So if you've been banging your head against the wall trying to build a perfectly seamless, totally hands-off system inside your Notion workspace, you have probably hit a few brick walls. Well, welcome to this explainer. Today we're going to completely shatter what you think you know about Notion's built-in automations, and more importantly, we're going to give you the ultimate workaround. Okay, let's just dive right in and ask a really tough question. Because right now, there's a ton of hype out there promising that Notion can act as a fully automated CRM or project manager right out of the box. But are Notion's native automations actually lying to you?
Well, the promise of this magically automated CRM falls apart pretty fast when you realize that Notion can't actually see anything outside of itself. The Lead to Notion blog points this out perfectly. Think about it. If you're reading a great article or you're staring at a potential client's LinkedIn profile, there's absolutely nothing in Notion's native toolkit that can pull that data in. You're just stuck doing the manual work yourself.
In this explainer, we're going to cover the Notion automation myth, the walled gardens limits, the Google Calendar illusion, how webhooks are your escape route, and finally, instant automations with Make.
Section 1, the Notion automation myth. Let's start debunking. So, a lot of users just assume they need to hand over more money to unlock the good stuff, right? Like the free plan only gives you buttons and upgrading to the Plus plan gets you those full custom automations. But what happens when you upgrade past Plus to the business plan? Well, reality check, that actually doesn't improve your database logic at all. The business tier just bundles in Notion AI. Your actual automation limits, they're exactly the same as the Plus plan.
Section 2, the walled gardens limits. Let's look at the hard boundaries here. The crucial thing to understand is that a native automation only kicks into gear after you've already done the manual work of pasting data into a row. It's a walled garden. These automations are built purely to react. You set a status to 1 and it stamps a date. Great. But it is completely blind to your browser, your inbox, or literally anything else on the web. It is a totally closed loop.
And if you try to build a truly robust system inside that loop, you are going to immediately hit some massive constraints. Connex Digital and countless frustrated Reddit users have documented these walls. Natively, you cannot build conditional if this then that branching logic. You can't loop through items or iterate. A page created by one automation will not trigger another one. And perhaps the most painful limitation of all, you cannot automatically filter relational links.
Actually, one frustrated Reddit user who was trying to build automated relational links summed it up perfectly. They said the sorting logic feels like it has a, quote, psychotic strain of dementia. I mean, you gotta laugh, but it really highlights the pain. The infrastructure is there, but without basic filtering tools, the automation logic is basically stuck in caveman mode.
Okay, moving to Section 3, the Google Calendar illusion. We really need to clear this one up.
Let's just be blunt here. Despite what so many guides out there imply, there is absolutely no native Google Calendar sync in Notion. The official documentation confirms it. Importing Google Calendar events directly into a database is just not possible natively right now. You won't find a trigger for Google Calendar, and there's no action for it in the native builder either.
You really have to understand the difference between a visual layer and an actual data pipe. Now, the standalone Notion Calendar app is fantastic, but it's just a visual display. It lets you view your meetings right alongside your Notion data, but those calendar events do not become editable, automatable rows inside your workspace. If you want true database sync, you absolutely need third-party tools like Zapier or Make to actually move that data.
All right, Section 4, webhooks. This is your secret door out of the walled garden.
Have you ever just stared at your screen, waiting for an automation to finally trigger, while it quietly burns through your monthly task credits doing completely useless checks? Most automation providers use what are called polling triggers. They basically check your database every 5 or 15 minutes asking, hey, anything new? Usually there isn't, but you still pay for those checks and credits, and you suffer that annoying delay. Webhooks, on the other hand, flip this entirely. They fire instantly on demand, with 0 wasted credits. This is exactly why webhooks are the ultimate fix. They only run and they only consume credits exactly when you click them. The X-Ray blog actually highlights that this webhook action is available on all paid Notion plans. It essentially sends an HTTP post request instantly to any external app. No waiting around on a timer. You just click a button and boom, your data is pushed right out of that walled garden immediately.
Section 5, instant automations with Make. Let's bypass those constraints completely.
By following this exact method laid out by the X-Ray blog, escaping those native limits only takes 4 simple steps. Step 1, you just add a button property in Notion and set the action to send webhook. Step 2. You jump over into Make, create a custom webhook module, and grab that unique URL. Step 3. Back in Notion, you paste that URL in and use the checkboxes to select exactly which properties you want to send over. And Step 4, click it and test. Your data instantly beams straight over to Make.
And this is where it gets incredibly powerful. Once your data is out via a webhook, you can trigger these massive, multi-step workflows that Notion could never ever handle on its own. I mean, you could click a button to send a blog title to Gemini AI to write a full draft. You could push a new hire's info directly into Asana to automatically generate onboarding tasks. Or you could send project completion data straight over to QuickBooks for invoicing, or even update a Webflow CMS. By utilizing Make's conditional logic and looping capabilities, you're literally giving Notion superpowers.
So now you know the truth about Notion's limits. But more importantly, you have the ultimate tool to bypass them. It is time to stop waiting around on those delayed polling triggers and start actually building without being chained down by a lack of native if-else branching. By pairing webhook buttons with a powerful engine like Make, you have finally unlocked true automation. So looking at your own workspace right now, what manual repetitive task are you going to completely eliminate today?